So, let's see what we have. Let me just share these to a couple of people. See if we can get some people to join this. There we go. See if we can get some people to join. Otherwise, this is just going to be a perfect one to just live stream and talk a bit more about this case and about Uryan Modular. I like these kind of approaches, of course, so let's see. So, where are we? Might want to wait a few minutes to make sure that we have people joining. Let's just see where we get. Hopefully people will find this interesting. Let's see. So I'm just going to grab some of my modules so we can install them here. So what I want to do is I want to give a quick overview of the actual case itself. As you can see, it's a 6 HP 84 a 6U 84 HP case. It's got the, well, I always like to call this the ergonomic positioning of the modules, so that's always good. It's got, and that was really surprised about that, it's got the, well, the Doepfer electronics inside of it. So it's got the A100 bus boards twice, the power delivery system there as well. So I like that. It gives, well, it gives it such a, well, a premium feel and a premium look to it. And of course you've got the Uryan logo on that 3 times at the top and at the sides, which is really nice. And it seems like they burned that in there. I like that. So threaded rails, no sliding nut nonsense or anything. So yeah, it seems to be okay. So let me just grab some modules. Just hold on. So the first module I want to install here will actually be the ADAC 112 looper and granular processor. Let me just grab that real quickly. And I still need to film a full review of this module. Well, actually modules, because as you can see, it's got you get it in two parts. But this is actually 45 HP wide, which is of course quite cumbersome if you if you want to install it in your rack, because typically, with the exception of the Ericson's Pico series, everything is of course an even number of HPs, with some as I said, some exceptions here and there. So how do I want to position that? Right here at the left hand side, get everything in there, or do I want it all the way to the right? Well, it's typically one of those things that you have at the end of a process, right? But given that I still need to film the actual review of this, it might make sense to put it on the left hand side. Just put it there. That's a nice view there. Let me know if the audio is too soft, or if you've got any trouble, of course. Let's see. So now I need to connect the actual power to this. It needs 2 times power. So how do I do this in the most elegant way? Make sure that we have everything. Like that, I am assuming. Nice and long ribbon cables attached to the ADAC 112. There you go. That looks really nice if you ask me. Grab some knurlies. I'm almost out of knurlies. Need to buy another tin of them. Let's see where we get. Right. Yeah, oh hey Christian, that's understandable. So what I've got is I've got my microphone connected to my Focusrite audio interface. Let me see if I can fix that. If I can mix that to mono. I might need to Google that. Let's just give me a second. Let me see if I can do that. Edit advanced audio properties. I might want to do it like this. How does that work? No, that's still the same. And I can just do it like that. So now you should have me in stereo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thanks for the feedback, Christian. There we go. So as I said, I'll probably need to buy another tin of knurlies. But then again, just ordering them from Thomann will cost me €2.50 of shipping. So I might just say, well, I need to buy something else there as well. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Christian. Let's see. I really like this case. It's such a quality build. And it just took, well, a couple of days just to get here. That was crazy. So here we go. Perfect. So my other plan is then to have Pams here and then Hermit, and maybe the Orna and the black jewel VCF there. Or will I use the that's a good question actually. Another fun thing I've got here is I've got the first module from Uryan Modular, which is a passive mult. I really like that. So I'm just going to put that here somewhere with the rest of my utilities. But you can always use a passive mult, of course, whenever you want to do something like clocks or something like that. It's really useful. So I might just say, I'm just going to put Hermit right there. The only thing I'm now worried about is whether or not the ribbon cable attached to Hermit is long enough. Because this is like the shortest ribbon cable known to mankind. Oh, there we go. I put a bit more force on there than I needed to, than I should it to. That's nice. Oh, the rails are sliding a bit. That is interesting. This is the same problem I had when I tried to mount the Hermit in the rack brutes. That these are a bit misaligned always, right? Let me just quickly check that. Yeah, so let me just loosen these up a bit. Yeah, and the fourth, there we go. That's not a bad look, right? So what I want to do now is get the owner there and maybe have maths all the way at the right side. Yeah, do something like that. There we go. So the Ona was one of my first modules, but it's still one of my most favorite ones. I could do so many things with it. Oh, I need to connect it to the power. And you've got more than enough power in this case, because you've got these two bus boards, these Dopefer bus boards for only 84 HP, and you've got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 times 4. So you've got 44 power connectors for, well, 2 times 84 HP. So you've got more than enough. You never have to worry about that. Beautiful, right? So which filter do I want to add to this? Let me think. Or do I want to add another oscillator so we can have 2 voices? And if so, which? I'm gonna grab another classic. So I've got the graphic VCO by Ericsson here. And the reason why I love this is because you can both use it as a full voice, as in you can use it as a drum unit, but you also have all of the other digital capabilities of this. That's why I love that thing. So let's see what we have. So feel free to ask any questions you might have about the Uryan or my plans with this case in the chat. More than willing to answer any questions. Or for those of you on the Discord, you can also use that if you want. I'm still struggling with connecting these connectors, of course. That looks nice. Well, I will get a problem once I do want to add PAMs to this, but I'm thinking that I want to keep PAMs more in a mobile setup that I have either in the Nifty case or in the Happy Ending kit. Let's see. So now, once we've got this filter, can't get maths in there anymore. So I'll have to put maths here when I have some VCAs there. Maybe some additional effects. Well, let's see what fits, right? So here we go. And then we just need to count HP and see how much we have left. Oh, this is absolutely smooth sailing, just connecting everything in this case. It's just fantastic. Now that looks really nice. And then we've got 16 HP or something like that left here in the top end. There we go. That looks really nice, right? Let me just grab some. I'm like the worst person when it comes to counting, so I always use things like blanks to count how much I still have. So that's 10. Now we've got 16. So wow, my initial estimate was spot on. Who would have thought? That's great. So 16 HP left, and here we've got 84 minus 45, so that is 39 that we have left there. Well, and I'll probably end up using one of these 1 HP blanks to fill up this space here, because I don't have any other odd numbered modules, unfortunately. So well, let's see. So let's keep on going, right? So I'll probably put maths here, and I need to have some sort of VCA here as well. So would it make sense to put the octa VCA in here if we only have 2 voices? Yeah, why not? Because we are gonna make this into a probably like an ambient machine. Let me just see what we have here. Opening up my... There we go. So what's this? I'm not going to use that VCA. No. I am going to use... Would it make sense to have a phaser in there? No, Christian. I'm just gonna go into this hat first. I love to do that. It's always fun. So typically I do make a modular grid overview before, but in the case of this live stream, I just said, well, F it and just dive into it. I will need to put the passive mold there too. Would it make sense to put it here or there? So now we've got 14 HP left there and 37 left there. It's going to be fun. So I'm just going to grab maths. So I'm breaking with the style right now, so no more black only panels for this case. So maths. So let's put that right next to the mold. What do you think of that? This is going to be a great ambient machine, if you ask me. Can't wait to patch this thing up. So Uryan has been kind enough to also send some of their patch cables over, and they feel great. So I'm just going to show them later on. So that package contained the case, the passive malt, and the and just what was like 6 of their cables, really nice ones, of all different lengths. So I'm going to give them a try as well. So Christian suggests to put the patch points inward. So on the other side of the control knobs. That's actually not a bad idea. Just give that some thought. So for me, on the one hand, I'm thinking about ergonomics. So how easy is it to patch this? But the other thing I need to think about is how can I film this when I film my review and my demo of the ADAC 112. Let's think about that. Because if you've put it at the top, put that at the top, and you put this right beneath that, you wouldn't have to worry about anything covering up this side. But if you leave it like this, then you always end up with yeah, but then you've got gravity working with you. Interesting. That's not a bad idea, because this is 13 HP. That would leave me with 3 there. Not a bad idea. So let's see. So what else do we need here? We need to have VCAs, and we need to have here we have, what was that? Oh, hey, wow, great, welcome. But how do you then film this part if you put that at the top? I probably still want to have these side by side, because then it makes filming them much easier. But I might swap these around. That might make sense, because then you won't have any cable clutter over the... Now let's think about that. So I want VCAs, I want to have my mixer there, and I want to have... Do I need to have an active mixer or a passive one? A Unity mixer? I will need VCAs. That's one thing for certain. Let's give it a try, right? Anyone planning to go to the Super Booth next week? I've given it some thoughts, but I'll probably won't be able to join. It's just the day job will keep me busy. A lot of work in Saudi Arabia nowadays, of all places. And, well, there's still a slim chance of me flying over on Saturday, but then I would just do a day trip. Just one day in and out. Make sure to meet with people and see what we get there. How's that? That's not too bad. My two Dupfer modules. Yeah, I have to agree with you, Christian. It's still a lot of, well, there's a lot of risk involved there, of course. I saw the images from the Dutch Grand Prix last weekend, and just the sheer amount of people that they brought together there. I'm curious to see what that will do with the COVID numbers in, well, a week or something like that. Shaping up to be like a nice case. I do tend to get rather large modules, in all honesty. So this is 7, so I can do something with a 6U, and then I'll need to have another placeholder there, just as blank there in between. Or, as I've learned today, you can use that to stick access cable into. Yeah, I'm going to swap the 112 around. It's going to make life that much easier. I might need to redo the ribbon cables at the back side of the ADAC. It's such a monstrous module, but I want to do more discovery on granular synthesis, and I think that, of course, everyone and their mom has Morphogene, and it's still one of those modules that keeps calling me to get one, but I'm curious to see what Morphogene has on this one, because as I see it, and please keep me honest here, but I haven't seen anything that the Morphogene can do that the ADAC 112 can't. So I'm still curious to see what the actual use case might be, because I want to be corrected on that if needed, because I love the overall design that the Morphogene has. I love everything that Make Noise does from a well, let's call it a design perspective and a creativity perspective. There we go. Put it there. Right side red side goes down. Can you see what I'm doing actually? Let me just, that makes more sense to show you what I'm doing. So the ADAC is of course one of the, I love that they made these in two parts, so you can actually decide how you want to cable this up and how you want to insert it into your rack. There we go. Did I forget anything? Is everything in the right way? Yeah, right side down. That's fine. Let's move it there and just connect it to the power bus. There we go. Same thing here. And let's just grab both of them. Get them right side up. Let's get that one in first. There we go. And then get that one in. Beautiful. Oh wow! You can bear witness me just picking up the protective film there. The actual peel. Oh, there we go. Like that. That's going to give me so many views. Peeling off the ADAC 112. This is a nice approach actually. Come on. Work your magic, nerlies. What's wrong here? Maybe it's just me. It was just me. So I've been playing around with the ADAC 112 for a while now, and it's at first I was really intrigued and mystified by the whole notion of granular synthesis, but now that I've got some hands-on experience, it's just great, and I want to explore this even further. So I'll probably do a full series on all of the better known granular synthesizers in Eurorack. So like indeed Morphogene, beads, or maybe clouds even, and then get the R-bar. I'll probably mispronounce that anyway. From Instro as well. Give that one a try. There we go. You can do great things with granular, and it just, yeah. It makes things a bit more complex, but you can do great things with it. That's nice. So then, what are we missing? So I've got some modulation coming from there. Do I want to have something like an LFO there as well? I still need to do a video on the Harlequins context by Shakmat in, well, probably next week. So I've got that in a dedicated rack already. But that is such an exceptional module because you can use that to have all of your LFOs as well. You can do all of your CV modulation and pre-record that and save that, and it's just a beautiful thing to do. But I don't want to break up the case that I've designed for that right now, because I just want to film that demo and review, and then I might want to break that up. So I don't want to make anything there. So what I'll probably do is just create this case to film the 112 video, and I want to make that in a bit more, well, let's call it a granular, maybe even something like an ambient rig for that. So I'm not gonna get the phaser in there. What I can do is I can add another looper to this. Wouldn't that be great? So if I get the 2 HP looper, maybe some distortion. You know what I want to do? I want to put the lich in there. Because I'll probably need to have some sort of delay, but you can do delays with the granular one. Do I want to put in the lich? Let's think about that. What other options do we have? Let me just have a look. So I've got mixing cupboards. I can do delays with the looper. Then I'll likely just use the lich for reverb. Put the lich on reverb duty. What else can I do? Let me think. VCO's little helper. I've got the ROT LFO. That might be a nice one. One of the thoughts I'm playing with is actually just to put the MT2D there as well, but I don't have this space because I need to have, that thing is just 2 HP too wide. Hmm. 2 HP. Looks more like 1 HP. Interesting. How big are you? You've got 18 HP. Okay, well that makes sense then. But then I could theoretically not place it there. No. Do I need distortion? Let's think about that. Thanks, Christian. Yeah, I need to have delay, and I need to have that. So I'm just playing with the idea of using the 2 HP looper, the 2 HP loop actually, and use that to do some nice. So you can have a loop of a loop. That's a thought. It's a thought. Yeah. I've got a smaller distortion unit somewhere. Oh, yeah, of course. It's still a big boy, but it's a nice one. So this is the Hex Devices, what's it called again? Distress, yeah, that's the one. It's really nice and gnarly, but it's, yeah, might make sense to put it in there as well. I haven't played with this in ages. No, unfortunately it won't fit there. So I'll then need to decide whether to... reverb is more important than distortion, in my opinion. So I'm just going to put the lich in there. Yep. I'm not going to gnarly this up yet because we still have 4 HP to fill there. So the other thing we have is I can do some LFOs there. I can add another looper to this, which would make this like the most loopy case in known history. But it is nice. Is it? Should be fun, at least. The answer to these things is always, why did you do that? Because I can, of course. And then we've got that. We've got Hermit being my master clock, being my sequencer. I'm going to have my owner and graphic VCO on an oscillator duty. I'm going to have maths to do double envelope and modulation. Do I need to have more envelopes? Because I can consider... using the Modular SAR in there. Which would add one additional envelope to the case. It's rather big, it's 6 HP. Put that in the pile of maybe. And this doesn't necessarily need to be a standalone case. I can still put a skiff in front of it. Would I actually be physically capable of working with 2 loops at the same time? Would I actually know what to do with that? Or should we just choose to go with an LFO there? Just because we need it. Choices, choices, choices. Could also say, well, why am I using a filter if I can use an LPG for both of them in just 2 HP? that would give me the room to add the empty 2D. It would allow me to, well, choices, choices, choices. Because this would also free up maths of envelope duty. Then I don't need to have the black dual VCF there. I can just use the two low pass gates there, and these are great. They offer a great bit of color and emotion to this. So I don't see any reason why this wouldn't be enough. But if we want to then loop it and we want to granularly process it, would it make sense to then also, yeah, of course that makes sense, because we truly want to shape that sound coming out of it. I'll probably want to have both of them in there. Makes sense. But this will free up maths, so we don't need to have maths just doing envelope duty. That's a good thing. So then I'm also gonna use the VCO's little helper so that we can get a sub. We can actually get two subs out of this. So we can then have do we want to, I'll probably want to put this one here. So that we have something like a logical layout there. And then I want to have this one right there. So we can use this to get the subs and the bass out of it. Interesting. Okay, so we've got that covered. So let's just remove this one, then grab this one. Oh, sorry, Lich. I'm just going to swap you around again. This is why people use modular grid, Jesper. Yeah, of course. Why didn't you listen? So, do I want to place it there, or do I... Well, it would make sense to just scoot it over a bit. Otherwise, we do end up with two rather... thinking. Let's just do it like this. Now we've got this. Let me just disconnect this for now. Yeah, minus 12 is easily done, and it's red size down, so that helps. There we go. Disconnect the red, minus 12. There we go. And then grab the LPG. Hopefully it fits, right? Please fit. Pretty please with sugar on top. Please fit. Well, it fits. It's nice and snug. So then how do we patch this? So we probably just want to grab two from there. we do have the multiple. Yeah, this is going to be fine. And then we've got 7 HP left here. Let's just quickly knurly this up, because I'm running out of knurlies anyway. So yeah. Why not do it? Embrace the knurlies. So one of the things I need to do tonight as well is to just buy me another tin of knurlies, because this is not gonna last me. So this is essentially my 4th case that I've got. So my first case was the Happy Ending kit by Tip Top, which was a rack mountable skiff, you might want to say, that you can mount in any 19-inch rack, and it was 84 HP wide as well. Then I bought myself a Nifty case, well actually the whole Nifty bundle essentially, and that's also 84 HP wide. Then I got the 3U rack brutes first, and then followed that with a 6U rack brutes. So essentially this is not my 4th, it's actually my 5th, but I count the 2 rack brutes as one. That's the reason why. And don't get me wrong, the rack brutes are great, but this looks so much nicer. And one of the things I truly like is that you have all of this room to work with, because the rack brutes are of course quite shallow, so you'll probably never get into any trouble with modules. But sometimes if you want to mount a module all the way to the left, you might get some of the power line in that's going to interact with your modules, or not interact, it's just going to prevent you from mounting any deeper modules there. So I like this more, let's call it a bit more professional case that Uryan and Istvan at Uryan generated. Yeah, it's a lot of cases, absolutely, Christian. Yeah. But I think that's the case for most of us who are starting in Eurorack, right? So you start off with your first one. In my case, that was the Tip Top Audio Happy Ending kit, and you thought, I'm never going to fill this. And then, of course, a couple of months later, you've got all of this lying around, and you've got all of these modules that you want to play with. So yeah. But I don't expect I'm going to sell any of my cases, because everyone will have a certain role to play with all the videos I want to do. So I've got, let me just show you what I've got here. So I've got the Tip Top Audio Happy Ending kit, which is now on Harlequin's context duty. So I'm just going to use this to fill my video on the Harlequin's context. And that's just great. So I made sure, okay, well, what do I want to show? I want to show its versatility, how you can store that. So what will I need? I need to have heavy modulatable, well, modules that I can use. I need something like a clock. So that's really nice. So I've used plats to modulate, because typically people know plats very well, so they know exactly how to modulate that. And if I can then show them how they do that, it just works. And then I've got my other one, the Nifty case. So here I've got the NerdSec and the new More Video IO module as well. And I still need to film a video on this, but the NerdSec has a, yeah, Yeah, a nice desktop rack and a couple of hacks, good to go. Absolutely, I have to agree with you. Info TR8 Infiltrator. Sorry, that took me way too long. That's also an approach. So I've actually bought a yeah, it's my sequencer rig. And that's what I want to do here as well. So on the XOR NerdSec, I still need to invest a lot of the time to really know this. So I've understood now how to set up a sequence, how to set up a patch, but I still need to do a lot more because I really want to do this module justice. And well, of course, I also have the Ornament and Crime by Tall Dog here, which typically people haven't seen yet. So this is the new one with the latest chip, and I actually bought, where is it? I bought a teeny tiny microcontroller so that I can actually update the firmware on that. So I want to show how easy it is to update this one, how to get hemispheres on that, and what else we can do with it. So I'm assuming everyone's seen my video on the super synthesis, Fraser, and 2OPFM. Most fun I've ever had with Modular, up until now, of course. And make sure that you watch that video. So, without further ado, now we still have 7 HP to fill. So one of those HPs will be filled with this really nice blank. So we've got 6 HP left. So what I can do is I can just put the ROT LFO there, which is 6 HP. I can put another envelope there. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, absolutely. The NerdSec is good stuff. Dun, 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 dun. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some sample and hold in there. Here we go. So what do I have here? So one of the things I haven't had in this case yet is sample and holds, some randomness. So I'm going to put kinks in there. So for those of you who don't have kinks yet, it is no longer being produced, but certain stores still have some. Make sure that you get your kinks on, because it's a great module and it's very affordable. And Emily's did a great job on this, and it's just 4 HP wide. Lunatic Dandy, I love the owner. Absolutely, it was my first oscillator and I still love it to pieces. We'll likely never say goodbye to that. So what I now need to do is I need to disconnect. Oh no, this is what you get for not putting it in modular grid first and just do something at random, Jesper. So now I need to de-knurly my maths. So what are we going to put in for those 2 HP? I'm just going to go all in and put the 2 HP loop there. So I'm just going to... always double check if they've marked the -12, even though this is maths, and I could probably just find the answer to that straight away. But I just don't want to be that guy, right, that blows up his maths on live screens, of course. Then we've got... That's a good point, Christian. Don't screw anything in before you are done, and put in modules first. Don't even cable. Yeah, but as you know, I'm still a noob at these sort of things. I'm still learning. So for those of you who've never seen any of my videos, so I've bought my first synthesizer in January of this year. That was the Korg NTS1, and I bought that because we were in lockdown, and I was just bored. I didn't know what to do. I've played video games and I've done a lot of things, but I needed something to take my mind off the pandemic, essentially. So I then found this nice little build it yourself kit online to build your own NTS1, the Korg Mini Synth. So I bought that thing, put it together, and fell in love with it, and fell in love with synthesizers, essentially. And I bought some additional synthesizers. So I bought the second one I bought, what was it? I think it was a Volca, actually. So a Korg Volca. The FM was a sample. I bought them around the same time. And okay, this starts to look really nice. Do I want to put it like that and then the blank in the middle? Sorry. And I bought 2 Volcas. I bought a pocket operator, and I told myself, well, the end game is, of course, that you go into Eurorack. I just heard about Eurorack, and then the cost involved, and why people started calling it Euro crack and other nifty things. And I said to myself, well, I'll probably never do that because it's way too expensive, and it's not a good thing to do. But I bought some semi-modulars, so I bought the Behringer Crave, and at that time, of course, I've never heard of Moog or anything else. I've never heard. I didn't even know what a Moda 32 was at that time. So, yeah, bought the Crave, bought a Neutron actually as well, and then I thought, well, I want to go even deeper, but I don't want to lose myself. So I said to myself, well, if you want to go down the Eurorack route, you need to document that. You need to make sure that you pace yourself and make videos of it. And that's how the happy endings are the best. Yeah, Mr. Basic, absolutely. They are great, and I'm never going to part ways with my happy ending kits. So that's actually how I started this YouTube channel. And it's, of course, it's been a wild ride. So I think I started the channel in March or April, and we're already at 800 subscribers. I've got my first 2 patrons actually, so that's great. If you told me that, well, maybe, what was it? At the end of last year, oh yes, but by the way, you're going to go head first into synthesizers, and oh yeah, you're going to do a YouTube channel on it, and oh yeah, people are going to like it. I would have probably said that you were delusional or something, or maybe some Dutch words thrown in between. But here we are with my 5th case, and now I'm just actually worried to connect this, and especially on live stream, hopefully not blow this up. Otherwise, this is probably going to end up being one of the best videos on YouTube if you blow up this case with a couple of €1,000 or dollars worth of Eurorack gear. So we've got the oh, by the way, these are the cables that I mentioned. So Uryan Modular, as you can see here on the top, Uryan Modular, and at the sides they've manufactured this, well, this beauty of a case, and I'm gonna put the URL in the description of this video once I've finished off the live stream. And they've also provided me with the passive multiple there, which is of course always, well, you always need multiples. And they also, and this is rather new from them, a set of patch cables. So they're nice, they're quite sturdy, and they've got, I'm not quite sure if I can film that, maybe not on this one, maybe on the blue one, that might work a bit better. So they've got the Uryan Modular logo on there. Let me see. Oh yeah, you can see it now. And here it says Uryan. These are nice. Nice cables. Thanks, it's fun. And then, okay, well, I'm actually just dreading this moment of actually connecting the power line to it. So there is some gunk there. I'm not sure what it is. Well, it's just a bit sticky goo. Then, of course, we have this here. It's positioned in the off. Connected. We can all see this. Oh, I'm dreading this moment. I'm dreading this moment. There we go. Oh, wow. And it seems like everything is working. Woo! That's great. So let's create one quick patch, and then I'm going to call it a day, and then I'll leave everyone to their own vices. So let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is I think I still have a nice sequence in there, so I can just do it like this, and then have the I'm just going to make this rather easy, so I'm just going to do it like this, put that in there, and grab two other cables. I'm just going to grab some shorter cables because these are too long for that. So I've got the throughput of this going into the in of that one, and I also want to have that into the in there, and then we just grab the gate, pass it into the mult, and pass the malts into the CV there, put both of these in the uprights there. So what I'm now doing is I'm just creating a very simple patch with just the owner and the Where are we? Like that. And now I need to patch both of those. Do I want to do anything funny with those? Not yet. Let me just grab my box of cables. So here we have them. So what I want to do is I just want to put these two through to the mixer. That's too short, Jesper. Nice and pink. And I've got the other one nice and pink. And there we go. Then I've got the inputs for the VC looper. Probably use one of these. Is that too short? Yeah, it's probably too short. Grab the blue ones. There we go. And then from an output perspective, I'm just gonna, yeah, let's do it like that. I'm just going to do a mono patch here. I still need to invest into a more than 2 channel interface so I can do my audio recordings and my voices at the same time and still make sure that we have that in stereo. In stereo. Do I want to clock my reverb? Yeah, why not? I'll just leave it for now. I'm just gonna put it down anyway, and because we are gonna do some looping first. So what do I have now? I've got everything patched up there. Yep. Connect this to my interface. There we go. And now hopefully we'll have something there. So we have the there we go. Oh, didn't we okay, so apparently I forgot to change this to internal. There we go. This is nice. So then we take the dry volume. So what are we missing here? Let's see. So we get audio from this, right? That's working. So then we've got the we have this, right? Aha. So apparently the CV is not enough to actually trigger the LPG. Not to worry. Yeah, that's a good one, David, but still, I'm not hearing anything from the LPG, but great point, absolutely. So I've got the audio coming in from that one. So this one, let's just make this a bit easier. So we have the inputs, we have the CV that's coming from there, and then we've got the output. Oh yeah, I'm not hearing anything from the LPG. So if I then put something from here into this thing. Okay, this is now getting fun. But I'm not seeing anything on the... Okay. Nice. So we now make sure that we grab that one, make sure that we have the CV again going here, and make sure that we have the CV going in there. So now if I want to, what am I doing here? This is crazy things that I'm doing. This is my audio, that needs to go there, this needs to go there, and now I need to be able to do this. Perfect, so that works. Then we've got this one, so now I've got this, I need to put the audio all the way up, so if I check this, Could you confirm if this is better, anyone in the audience? guys like this. What I can now do is I can actually grab my second one from there and use that to respond grain. Increase the loop for you. As you can hear, I still need to learn a lot about granular synthesis. But still, I enjoy it. Let's use this to clock my delay. Cool. insert the other looper as well. In, come on, and out. I'm just going to do that because, well, why not? That doesn't sound half as bad as I thought. So what I want to do now is I want to check this. I'm just going to say, everyone, thanks for joining. I hope to see you for my next one. I'm going to do a full review on the Uryan Modular 84 walnut case later on. And yeah, hope to see you for my next videos. And if you like this, please like and subscribe. We're in the and pull towards 1,000 subscribers, so chip in if you can. Otherwise, I would say have a great day, have a great night. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and see you on the flip side. Cheers.